Okay, so we're going to go back to that common problem like everybody talks about for basically almost every oil. You use any type of oil. I think for my LED oil especially, but any kind of oil, when you sanding it, you're applying the oil and you're curing it, you're drying it, all these steps are very important. So if you have a ring marks, you see a ring marks on a table or a water drips, or you see it on a floor. So there's few things could be, three things. One, sanding preparation. Second, application. And a third, curing, if it's an LED or UV product. So it's very crucial. Now I have a piece of walnut over here. I sanded it 120 grit. I'm not gonna sand more than 120 grit. Okay, if I go over 120 grit, I'm start polishing the wood. A lot of time I hear people, they said 180, 200. That's way too much for the oil tabletops. There's few things that if you're doing a cabinets, they are uprising, you know, panels, you can go maybe 180, that's fine. If you're doing a tabletops, floors, dogs they drink water, they drip, that you don't want to pass 120. Why? Because if I do half of this 180 and I do the other half 120, if I put a little bit of oil here, I can probably spread this whole area. But here 120, I need 3 times more oil to spread it because there's the scratches are deeper. If I water pop, I'm going to need 4 times more oil than it. That means this is 4 times better sealed than 180 and not without water pop. So I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to say. So basically, here I just sanded it 120. I'm going to water pop it. What's a water pop? You just take a wet rag. If you're doing a floors, you can even spray it. I wipe the entire surface. See? I make sure I have water everywhere. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say. Once you water pop, you're going to raise the grains, and it's going to be very, very rough. But that's fine. I'm going to show you how to take the roughness off and then how to apply oil into it. So basically, you could see this is bleeding a little bit. And what I want to do now, I want to dry it. It's better to leave it itself to dry, but I'm going to dry it. You see, the number is different. I have almost 20 moisture number here, and over here I have 15. So basically, this is still wet. They both look dry. See, they both look dry. But this is, I just wet it and I dried it earlier, and this one has been dry a little bit better. So make sure that use a moisture meter so it could give you the number if you're doing a large area, because sometimes what you just put it on, it looks dry, but it's wet under it. So what will happen, because I had people ask me a question, Avedis, we followed every step you said. We sanded it 120, we water popped it, we put a thicker coat, we sanded it, we put another coat, and we get a watermark. Why? If you left this wood wet and it looks dry, and then you put an oil, there is a water there, oil is not gonna go in. So you have to make sure that either to be safe, leave it overnight, or dry it really good with the fan or something to make sure it's really dry. So right now, I don't know which side was it, I'm just gonna better dry it, make sure everything is dry. So what you do, you take a reading before and after. When you take before, it's a dry wood. After wood is dry, you should get the same number. Okay, so that's one tool over there. Now, if you touch this, you can even hear it. It's kind of rough. because I did a water pop and it raised the grains. That's fine because I will knock them off. Also, a lot of cabinet guys will tell me if I sand it 120, I'm still going to have the scratch marks from 120. But one thing for sure, if you use water popping technique, those scratch marks, they will disappear. Why they disappear? Because when I use a red pad to knock those grains off, you know, those are lower scratch marks, they will stay lower, like under it. The top ones will get knocked off and you'll get flat surface. One day I can draw that to see exactly what it is. So this is a 3M red pad. So I use 3M red pad to knock the grains off because it's kind of rough, but it's not abrasive. And then I'm going to use a 3M white pad to applicate my oil or wipe off my excess oil, either. And this is 3M maroon pad. This is, I'm going to go between coats while it's dry already. Don't put this on before you put a finish on a wood because this is about 450 to 600 grit. You will polish the wood because remember I want to stop 120. So now I'll take the red pad and I will, you could hear the sound. I will go circular motion. Can you see that? And you can use a buffer. You can use orbital sander to attach this, but don't overdo it. Because if I use a big 16 inches buffer and I overdo it, I will polish the wood. So I go one this way and then one this way. So with the buffer, I will go this way, then I will go this way. So I will knock those grains. You could see the difference of the color. All that little fuzzies are on it. So basically, this is pretty much smooth surface and all those circular, you know, the structure from the sandpaper, they gone. Okay? Now I'm ready to applicate the oil. So when I'm ready to applicate the oil, I want to use again the red pad, not the white pad. Why? If I take an oil with this red pad and I just do that, that oil will come out. If I do with the white pad, it will stuck in there. Kind of, this is a good wiping mechanism. This is good spreading mechanism. So this is spreading my oil instead of wiping it. I don't want to wipe it. I want to spread it and spread it. I want it to suck it into the wood. And when I got it all, then I'm going to go with the white pad and wipe it off. But why not with the rag? Why not wiping off with the rag? If it's a lot of oil, just because it's, I know I'm not going to leave that much, I will wipe it off, some of it, with the rag. But I want to finish it with the white pad because even though the white pad wipes it off, it's kind of corrugated, it will leave some. That's my spread rate. I want some on it. I don't want to wipe. Because with the rag, if I try to do a large area, smoothly wipe off so much, I will leave some areas, some not. It's not going to look even. But if I wipe it with the rag unevenly, but then I take my white pad and start going on, I will create, because this still spreads a little bit, I could create a total flush surface. It will look really evenly. So far, sand it 120, water popped it, knocked the grains. Now I'm ready to applicate the oil. I'm ready, sand it 120, water pop, knock the grains. Now I take a fresh red pad and I'm gonna applicate the oil. So I take some oil, I put it on, I spread it throughout the surface, right? So I'm kind of burnishing in. If this was a large space, you can use a big buffer, 16 inches buffer. If it's a large table, you can use one of those orbital buffers by hand. So I put it in. Now you could see how quickly it's sucking the whole oil in because this is water popped. So it almost looks dry in some areas extra. Look at that, right? So how I know, look at this. Look at this edge. It's totally dry. And basically I'm gonna dip it again. I'm gonna give one more time. If I didn't water pop, I wish I didn't water pop so you could have seen the difference. It would never absorb so much oil. Now I'm gonna put one more time. I can see those lines. I'm gonna show you guys in a minute what lines I'm talking about, okay? So I'm gonna show you. You see those lines? You see, there's all extra oil. I wanna see those lines. If I don't see those lines, that means I don't have enough oil. So, look, even I left about 2 minutes. You see those, you see basically very thick ones, they're still there. The rest disappear. This wood keeps sucking the oil. This is very, very important that this, how much oil you put. So I'm gonna put more oil. Basically, my pad is wet. I'm putting it on. Now, I would love to leave a little thicker coat and use orbital buffer to kind of smooth this out. So I have a thicker coat. And then between coats, use, this is 220, but you could use 600 screens. And you could use a maroon pad to knock the excess off. But I also have a lot of time this kind of problem. Someone will put a lot of oil like this, and we will assume that we finish application of the oil. Now we want to clean the excess with the white pad. If I hit the white pad here, this part right here, I guess you could see, you see, I almost took the lines off. Looks nice and smooth. But if I have a lot of oil, excess oil, and if I say wipe it with the white pad, and if you go ahead and wipe it with the white pad, if I have a lot of oil here, I'm gonna keep wiping it and throwing this away, getting a new one. Now you're wasting your time. So that's what I say. If you have a lot of oil and it's all saturated, you can take a rag and lightly wipe the excess off. You see, even if I wiped the excess off, you could still see some lines, right? So basically, I didn't wipe everything off. Now I'm going to take a clean white pad and I'm going to burnish it. So basically, if you do that, you almost have nothing left on the surface, but in reality, you have something left on the surface because this white pad still leaves something on. Now you see how clean this is. It's nice and clean, but I have enough oil on it. Okay? So that's the way you applicate your first coat. Now I'm going to cure it. So a lot of people got this light. Some people got this light. And some people got this light. If you're going to cure this temporary, you can cure it with this battery light. this battery light is not made to finish project. This made to make a samples. Here, you can cure it with this light, holding it at an angle. You don't want to hold it straight, because if I hold it straight, I can put a mark like that. So you always hold it at an angle. You see, you feather it. You make sure you don't have your oils there. Okay, so this is cured. Everything is smooth, everything looks good. But guys, if I put water on this, leave a cup, I get a mark. This cures, this dries 98%, maybe 95, not 100. If you have one of this light, this is 100% curing. Or you have the hockey stick, this light, this is 100% too. So what I do, if the piece is very big, I will hold an angle, I will work. If the piece is this big, I will do like a conveyor, hold it like 1 inch, 1.5 inch up, and just go 1, this speed, and 2. Okay. So now, this is dry, but when I feel it, it feels a little fuzzy.
Same. I had the same. I had the same issue with my desk.
Yeah. Okay. We don't like that word issue. So what I'm going to do now, this is 220, right? This is 220 screen, right? They have 600. They have 1,000. Okay, it's even finer. So I'm going to just do this half. So if I take lightly, hit it, okay, try that. You feel that?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where I made a mistake.
That's correct. So a lot of people, another question they have, when we do water pop, this happens, or when we finish it, it happens. Because I went thicker coat, it's all uneven. So what I will do, I wish I had 600 or 1,000, I could go more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to do, I want to hit this very light. You see how light I'm hitting it? That's it, right? Very light. Then, this is called 3M maroon.
Maroon,
Okay? I can take the maroon, just hit it once. Okay, because maroon is like 400, much finer.
So you're basically smoothing the surface with a maroon pad.
Yeah, all this, anything sticking out, feel it now.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. See? So anything, you see?
Yeah.
You broke all those edges. Like you could feel here a little rougher, right?
Yeah, right
yeah.
here.
Yeah, so if I do it there, see? I knocked that off. Yeah.
I get it now.
Okay. So now, why I'm keep saying the first coat, I want it thicker. If I put the first coat thicker, I have more sanding I can do. I can sand or higher level, but still leave oil in there, right? That's very important. So now it comes, now you said, okay, if you put another coat, it's gonna do the same thing. If this is a tabletop, I go 2 more coats. I will go 1 more coat, or why? Because I want it thicker, because I'm keep sanding it. Or I can go my final coat. I think I could be okay with the final coat, but look at how much final coat I'm going to put.
Okay.
And that's going to help me not to get those fuzzies. Look at this. Look at what I'm doing.
Do you sand on each step, applying the coat? You sand it, applying the second coat?
Yeah, so this way I have.
Oh, okay.
But look at this. Look, I don't even have any finish on. Look at that. But look at how smooth I'm getting it. Look at how hard I'm putting this finish on. Because this is the final coat. How can this be rough? It can't be rough.
That's beautiful.
You see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm polishing this thing really, really smooth. Look, if I would have done this with the rag, let's say if I do it with the rag, right? You could see, you see the uneven things?
Yeah.
Right there, look, the rag marks. Because rag doesn't have spread rate. You want to have a spread rate. See, if I'm doing zero, now I'm going to dry it,
Okay.
and I want you to touch it again.
Okay.
Because if you would have put some finish on,
Let me get the glasses.
right?
Yeah. Looks perfect to me.
So we go 1, 2. Let's see if this is smooth or rough. Feel it now?
Oh, this is smooth.
You see? If I would have put another coat, because this was even rough, also if this was 600, no, there's nothing there.
It's also like 100%.
Yeah, dry, right?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What if I finish the product and I just learned about in-between sanding, that's the key to the perfection. Can I redo the product? What do you think about it?
Okay, the word redo, it's like redoing the entire thing, not redo. I will say, whatever it is you have now, that surface, go ahead and sand it like 600, 450. Hit with the maroon and put additional, like a last coat. Remember the last coat? Watch this. Watch how much I'm putting it. Watch that.
Tiny bit.
Look at that. Look at how much is there. It's almost nothing there. You know? Look at that.
So you get a second chance.
Oh yeah.
Anytime with
much
this product.
If I would have screwed this up now,
Yeah.
basically, look, I'm doing another coat. I could have sanded even now, but look at how beautiful it's getting, how smooth this is getting. I could have hit again the sandpaper. I didn't, but I could have. I can add a sheen. I can put another sheen on it. You could see I put so little, I don't have it there. You see? Now I came back. So the key is you're almost doing a wax. The last coat, almost nothing. Yeah.
Shall I do it?
Yeah, you could dry it. Feel this now. Just put your arm like that and just go on.
Yeah.
You see?
I'd like sleep on it.
Yeah.
So smooth.
Yeah, but
so I can basically redo my desk.
not redo. Redo is a wrong word.
Okay. Teach me how to say it.
Put additional coat.
So I can now put additional coat on my desk.
If it feels rough.
It definitely feels rough because I did not sand it in between the coats because I did not remember.
Now, a lot of people, they do sand between coats, but then they put a lot of oil again. Put this now, watch this.
Okay.
I sand between coats, and I'm gonna go one more coat, right? So, if you do this, see I put a lot of oil.
I see.
Now, it's not going anywhere. I'm already sealed. Now, I take a white pad, wipe this off. Get your light ready, put your glasses on. Start, shine the light outside and then go.
So,
yeah, but, yep.
so heavy for me.
Because that light shows you everything, right? Okay, 90% people will call this finished. Now touch it.
Oh my God.
See what happened?
Yeah.
Touch it. You could even hear.
It's so rough. I can't even like touch it. I'm scared. It's so rough.
Yeah. So I want you to fix it.
Now I know how to fix it.
Now this is what you're going to do your table. Okay, so, okay, why I'm sanding with sandpaper first?
Good question, yeah.
And I'm not going with the 3M pad, right? Okay, guys, 3M pad is a soft, this is a sandpaper embrace on this kind of fabric, right? Whatever it is, plastic. So they are kind of soft. So these ridges we have, like, you know, the extra oil we have, which is cured, it is hard. It's like thick. So what this gonna do, it's gonna go over it. It's gonna go, let's say this is the way, you see this, my fingers is the extra oil.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna do this. It's soft, it's gonna push and it's gonna go over those lines. So it's gonna smooth it up, but it's gonna go with it because they're like, look, they're very soft. But if I go paper or I go screen, this is not bending. This gonna knock these things off, bringing it to the flat level.
Make it even smoother.
It's gonna make it even. So that's why you wanna use that. The reason I put this pad there, to give you a pressure.
Like a tool, yeah.
So you don't, okay, one more thing. If you do without pad, you're gonna put your fingers and you're gonna have these two fingers pushing, you're gonna have a finger mark, right?
Good point.
So if you put a pad under it, you can hold it like this. Now, you could go with the grain direction.
So you don't do the circles in this?
You can do
case?
it, but I wanna avoid doing circles.
Okay.
Because I don't wanna scratch any. If this was 600 or 1000, if this was 1000, I might do a circle.
Yeah.
Because in the clear, you might see circular line.
Okay, should you be gentle while?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want to see that white because I got a lot of extra one.
Yes.
I want to knock that off first.
Okay, let me try. It also feels good.
Yeah.
What if you're gonna go too deep, like too much?
It's okay because it's a clear coat. If this was a color coat, I won't do that. Now, don't try this at home the way she did it, right? Because you see, she missed it here, there. So have a system. If I'm gonna do it this, I will do this whole thing and I will come like 50, 50, 50. So I'll make sure if this is lower, I go with it a little bit. See, I go a little bit. If it's, that thing is lower because it's got dished during sanding, I will do it. So then I do the edges because edges got extra. See, I'm not going against the grain. I'm going like that. Now, I will wipe the excess off. Right? Then I will go. See the maroon? You might go circular because it's over 400. You can do this. Go ahead.
I'm trying to be in a rhythm.
Okay.
This is fun.
Okay. Okay, so basically you did. If you really want to make sure that everything is good, I will go one more time like this. Make sure that I hit everywhere. You see here, the sanding is not that good. That's why you're getting those marks. It's deeper. So basically, you're good, right? Now, I wipe the extra dust off. Now comes back again that crucial point. We're hitting it two things with this. Watermarks, also the people, they say it's not smooth sometimes. What do I do to get smooth? Right? A lot of people, they say, when I finish, like you, it felt rough.
Yeah.
So now I'm killing two problems. One, watermarks, because you didn't water pop, you didn't do this, so now it's done. Second, the end, I want that smooth look. So, okay, look how much oil is here. With almost no oil. Everywhere you can.
Circles?
Yeah, fight, put pressure. No, stop. I will put pressure. I will put circle like that to go in there. You always have no oil. If you don't put pressure, you will not get. That's it. First, I want you to get it. It's too early for smoothing it. Why? Because before you smooth it, you want to wipe your excess off. Even though you don't have much, but you want to wipe, you see?
Yeah.
Wipe that off.
Double insurance.
Now, go ahead and just one more time circle. Quickly, quickly. Now pull it straight. Okay. Yeah, that pulling straight is very important. So you see, I see different sheens there, right there. That could be maybe from sanding too. Okay, so I will do this. Then I will do this. So I got both sides nice and even. All right, now let's cure it and you're gonna feel the difference. Good. Wow.
How is it?
Put your arm.
Oh, so smooth. Nothing.
Yeah, it's very smooth, very beautiful finish, you know, and it's waterproof. We can leave a cup, we can leave some marks today, and then we will remember the spots tomorrow when they come over the weekend. Today's Friday. We can come and see if these spots, how they look. Okay, they're gonna disappear. They're gonna leave the salts and calcium, whatever in there, like a spots. But I'll take a water, I clean it. It should not have any spots. All right.
Bravo.
So that's it, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Bye, guys.